Right, guys, like and subscribe if you want to follow me around on Instagram, and please remember, right? I need you to keep liking and subscribing, because if you don't, then I'm gonna stop doing this crap. And if I stop doing this crap, then you guys are going to see the crap I'm doing. Now, I'm doing something here which you might see. Yes, I've had a drink. Yes, I am quite inebriated. But you know what? At the end of the day, guys, I only come here once, and you know what I'm doing or not? Now, I could fill these holes with filler, couldn't I? I'm not filling with filler. I'm actually filling them full of lead. It's not lead anymore, because we're not allowed lead. It's called body solder. Body solder, I love that expression. But I'm sort of dripping it in there. I've got a few issues, because obviously it's quite contaminated, some of this. So I don't know whether you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can, because that's why I brought you up here. But I'm just trying to fill up the holes that I've actually sort of ground out, really. What you do is you do this. Now, I know this, you might not see this. You might see it, you might not. But you can't do this on your lightweight replica unless you've got a carbonising flame. So this is some of the stuff I've done now. This is some of the stuff I've done earlier. I want to do the upright, the ones on the other side. Now the ones on the other side are a little bit more tricky, because what you understand is, and I know you guys are not going to get this, but the other side is really quite nasty. So what you do is you put on some flux like this. And the flux is like the idea that it's going to like bite into it, right? Then you heat the flux, and get a little bit of solid rod, right? Put that slice in and go to the flame, and you not this torch on your blow, it's only a blow lamp. It's not like a real hot heat cold torch. So you keep sort of going in like this. Now, what you do, get yourself a bit of wood, and you can pull it back like so, yeah? Now you should be using hardwood. I've had these bits of wood I've made here for over 20 years, so they're not hardwood. You know, that's a bit of skirting. So I go the best I can, right? I go the best I can. It sits in there, and then you know what I do? Find it out, and I fill it with David's eyes. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'd love to think you guys were, seeing something really unique here, but you are really, because here's a skill that you haven't seen before. And what's really funny about this sort of skill is, you're right, it isn't something I could do if I was actually really stone cold sober. You know the reason why? Because I wouldn't be bothered. Well, I'm telling you now, this, you got to watch out for its fire. Hence the fire blanket that's underneath the bonnet. Oh, that's great. Look at that. You can't see it, can you? You didn't see it. Look. Look at that one. Look at that. Look at that. Look. See that? Now let's see if we can get this one in back. Let's have a little bit more flux on, because we didn't clear all the paint off. We did clear a lot of the paint off. We didn't clear all of it off. So let's see if we can get a little bit more paint here, right? And we use our little bit of a hardwood here. Alright. Okay, right, okay. Oh yes. Okay, there you go. There you go. So, right, there you go. Right. So that's what happens, right? It goes in. Then what you do is, in theory, with a bit of hardwood, you just smear it where you want it to go, right? And you keep melting it, because where the fluxed areas are, it's going to stick. Where the fluxed areas are, it's not going to stick, right? So, from that point of view, we've got a waste, yeah? But where we wanted it, we've got it. You understand me? Does that make sense? Did you get that, or did you not get it? That's not lead, it's, I don't know, they call it some sort of modern crap. Now, I'm not going to do the vertical surfaces today, right? The reason is because, you're right, I've had a drink. And if I do the vertical surfaces, it might not come out as good as I hope it will. But I'll tell you one bloody thing, guys. That's come out good enough for me. Right? So, I'm going to say to you that those rusty holes in that bonnet are leaded. And if I lead the rest of the rusty holes I've got on this car, now shall I set up, go and do that one at the back? Shall I? Yeah, shall I? Yeah, go on. Alright, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to set you up, I'm going to do the rusty one at the back. Okay. Right, now we've got this one, which is an area hole. And somebody must have over the years have plugged it over. Now they've covered it over. Now, when they covered it over, they didn't really cover it over that well. What they did was they sort of welded a plate on the inside, I think. I don't know why they would do that, but they obviously did. But they obviously thought it was a great idea. And at the time, it probably was. I set you up there. I'm going to set you up. Oh God, that's not good. Anyway, I'll set you there. Right. And I'm going to bring over my tools. My little tools which I need. I will work a little bit into that filled area hole which we ground out earlier. Now, this is what we've got to say. Right. We've got to get rid of it, right? First of all, that should be hardwood, not softwood. Alright, I haven't got any sort of hardwood, so sorry. So I'm a little bit behind time with that. We'll see. Now we've got to be a bit careful what's in the campfire. If you want to see it first on EdTV. That ain't working. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we do this. Right, so we keep going. Can you see or no? Are you not happy with this? This is the only problem with this, right, especially when you want to drink, is getting it absolutely nice. Now what you can do is you can drop the lead into it, like so. See that? And it's called like sort of bombing it in, but what happens is unless you can actually get it perfectly smooth on a fast, you can't actually do it. What you do is you get it like that, and then you go, oh God. Right, now, that's priming the surface, right? So it's priming the surface. So if I get my file, which I'm going to get in a minute, and I take that off, right, I'll bring that down to, and I've used what? That much of the bar? Now, I've still got plenty left, and I need to do that bloody wing over there. Well, I haven't prepared the wing, and I don't really want to do the wing, because I think you'll laugh, but I obviously wants to do it. Now, I've had a couple of bottles of wine, so, I don't know, if you want to see it, maybe we should do it tomorrow. What do you think, guys? Let's be honest. If I do it tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow. I'll tell you why. If we do it tomorrow, I'll clean these ones up, and then what happens is I clean them up, and then what you can do then is, after you clean them up, I'm going to find a bit of hardwood, because I've had these for 20 odd years, and they're softwood. It's a bit of skirting board. So, I'm going to sort of get it. I've got plenty of lead filler, so I'm not too worried about lead filler. But what you then get there is you need one of these. You need one of these. You need one of these, right? Because this is one of the things that can take the lead off. And all you have to do is this. Now, what I've got there, right? I don't know whether you can see that, or whether you can. Can you see that? Are you interested? Do you give it down? Right. Okay. So it needs more lead in here, but what I'm going to do is I will just keep guzzling away like so, right? Because my whole dilemma with this is getting it so I've got less filler in it. Does that make sense? Your body solder actually lasts a lot longer than filler. So I will say that with rusty stuff, if you body solder it, you can get a far better, because that goes through to the inside. That's through to the inside. So that's actually like nice. Now I'll put some more flux on it, and I'll do another 2 drops on that. Now come with me around the front. Come on, round the front, you buggers. Right, and have a look here. Now this is a little bit more different. Now this is a lot different. Now you can see what I've done here. These were holes in the actual skull, right? And I can get my rasp up, and I can do them. But what I've got is they're very proud. You had to be proud, because if they weren't proud, there's no way I could fill them with the lead. Because there were holes, big holes. Now I welded them up, and what I did was when I welded them, I sort of like tacked it as best I could, and with the idea that I'm going to fill it up like I've done, as you see. So what I'm doing now is I'm just sort of going over the top of what I've laid in there, yeah, take out the sort of excess. Now, I know you're going to say this, you go, yeah, but like, you could have just filled it. I could have just filled it. I'll tell you one thing, this will last a lot longer than filler. Now, I know you're not going to believe it, but I can tell you it will. So ask your experts and say to me, will it last longer than filler? Yes, it will. And not only will it last longer than filler, but also be more original. It's not that very original, but I'll tell you what, guys. You know what? It's like riding a bicycle. You never forget how to do it. Isn't that weird? I haven't done this for over 30 years. Yeah, I can still do it. What's lovely about it is it's not like filler. It actually is attached to the metal. It's attached by the flux to metal. And because it's attached by the flux, it's actually bolts of steel right together. It's what Jaguar love to use. It's their favourite colour. They use lead. Obviously we can't buy lead anymore. Could use lead, you would hammer sort of job to get it to melt like this. Okay. This stuff is absolutely stunning. Now I'm going to show you this. Look what I've done here. While you're looking at that bit that I opened. I'm going to show you this bit here. We had a massive hole in the bonnet here. Massive hole. And we welded a plate into the back. We actually sort of drilled it in, welded it in, and fit it in. Looking great. I'm going to say to you guys, if I can find something to wipe this off with. So I've got this going to be bloody hard, but I'll find it. Right, okay, so there was a plate welded in there, right, from the back. It was welded in, it was hideous. It was horrible metal plate, and that's what it looks like now. Now, I'm going to keep taking it down, because it's still slightly high. I put a lot of lead or body solder in the top of it, so I can take a lot more of that out to get the curve, yeah? And then I'll finish it off with filler. Here, again, the same scenario. Really nice, really nice, really nice. Could, maybe a little bit more lead in there. I might clean up too. That one there just needs grinding off. That one's going to have to be done by slightly more tricky because of the curve of the turf. I don't need any over there, but I do need some, which I'm going to take you on the old stalk, me little mates. That one is a little bit more in there, and this is the one that you guys are going to enjoy. Now, the reason why you guys are going to enjoy it, you might not enjoy it at the moment because you're going to feel sick because I'm moving the tripod around like something chronic. But if I let that off, go down there. There you go. Now, can you see this piece here? This is one of the worst pieces to do because it's on a vertical slope. It sounds easy, but it's not. And what will be the problem with this is that you touch it, or you clean it up, clean it lovely, touch the lead will run straight out of it. So you've got to be really, really slow but quick. You understand? And at this moment in time, that isn't what I want to approach. Not today. So I will say to you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Push that little bell if you want to see some more, because I will be doing this bit over here. Well, actually flux up now anyway. And I'll also be doing this bit on the door. I'll be doing these door bits. I'll do all the door, and I will do all of the bits that you can see. Does that make sense? The reason is that I will lead these holes because it'll be a damn sight easier for me in the long run. Does that make sense? I mean, I know it doesn't in the long run, but I can lead all down that there. I can that needs welding, needs a couple of tacks in the bottom. I'm not going to lead this because this would just be a pointless exercise. The holes there will be leaded, and there's that over there might be leaded. See this over here on the front wing? You can do this yourself because you don't need special tools and you don't need to be one of the professionals. You just need to have a little bit of common sense about you. So, as I said, guys, I hope at the beginning of this you got the hang of what I've done. And if you enjoyed it, then keep watching because it could only get worse, can't it? So, talk to you soon. And like I said, this is a body soldering video of the holes in my bonnet. So, you've seen it. Bye for now.